Good evening and welcome to United Real Therapy, headquarters of the Glazers Out campaign, people. This is the headquarters. This is the resistance, man, against the vultures. Big up to every one of you out there in the comments. Big up to everyone who turned up today. Can you guys let me know in the comments, am I live? Because it's acting a bit weird. Let me know if I'm live still. Let me know if I'm still live, guys. Internet. Neil Ashton is at the work tonight, eh? Tonight, Neil Ashton's at the work. You know what I mean? Neil Ashton's at the work, boys. Thank you, thank you. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. Big up to every one of you. Big up to all those people that we met today, man, at the protest. Big up to those who made their feelings known on social media. Big up to everybody who turned up today, and those who couldn't get here but were there in spirit. It was a brilliant protest today. It was peaceful. It was kind of celebratory, getting the fans together, getting us all united against the Glazers, to get the Glazers out, guys. How are we doing, guys? How are we doing? How are we doing? Man like Malcolm. Man like Malcolm, man. Big up to all those that I met today, man. Big up to every one of you. Those of you who came from London, those of you who came from the Midlands, you know what? Big up to all the ones who traveled from all different parts of the country to come up today, to come and protest against the Glazers. It was a brilliant turnout. How are we doing, guys? How are we feeling about the protest? Obviously, there's another massive protest next Sunday when we play Liverpool. I'm quite upset, actually, to hear that tonight. Somebody that, obviously, he's the captain of our biggest rivals, but somebody like Jordan Henderson coming out saying to Liverpool fans, oh, Liverpool fans, you can't protest against the owners. What the hell is going on? Everybody's hitting that reverse gear, and everybody's on reverse. Man, I can't believe that. I can't believe that. I hope Liverpool fans know those. Big up, Aaron Budden, Pandey. Big up, bro. Lovely to see you today, man. It's lovely to see you today, man. I've lost my voice, guys. You can hear me, yeah? I was leading a lot of the chants. I've lost my voice. I've lost my voice. Definitely lost my voice. So let's go, guys. Let's go. Let's do this. Man United. What can we say? Just bear with me, guys. I've sent the link here, fan. The link is working. Just press it. I've sent a new one to well. Hello?
Yeah.
The link. Just press the link.
Not working.
There's something wrong with your computer.
Trust me, it's not.
There's something wrong with your computer. I'm telling you. I'm just doing it now. I'm going to do it on Facebook. I'm going to invite you on Facebook and see if you get it.
Invite me on Facebook, okay.
Yeah, cool. Bye. But, guys, who was there today? I know definitely. I met up with Aaron, Pandy. Who else was there today? Who else was there today? Yes, brother. Yes, brother. Yeah, I remember you with the blue hoodie. Totally. Klopp, I can't believe it, man. I can't believe Liverpool players, Liverpool manager, all hitting that reverse. You know what I mean? Putting the gears in reverse. Oh, I can imagine the amount of pressure that Liverpool is putting on them. Please, I don't want to sell this club. Liverpool fans, come on. You're a great club with great traditions, with great history. You're going to let this guy do that to you? And then your manager and your captain are going to come out and say, oh, don't protest. Even if they came out, even tonight Maguire came out, if Ollie came out, no chance. We ain't stopping this, mate. We've waited for this opportunity to put real pressure on the Glazers since, what, since 2005. Since 2005. We have absolutely waited for this opportunity. Let's not waste this opportunity, people. Please, let's not waste this opportunity. We need to get at these people. We need to get them out of that club. Thought today was brilliant. Loads of banners, loads of placards. It was absolutely tremendous. We got there early and it was brilliant. You see, it worked, didn't it? It worked finally. Welcome, Irfan. Something wrong with your side, wasn't it?
No, it was. I clicked on the one before this one, not the latest link. Okay, so my issue. Yeah.
How are you? You okay?
I'm okay. Yourself?
We missed you at the protest. Where were you? We missed you at the protest.
Yeah,
Where were you?
I had a few car issues today, so trying to get that fixed all day.
Yeah. How's everything with your mum? Your mum's okay? She's still in hospital?
Yeah, all good, all good, all good. What time are you on? Are you on now?
Oh, I'm live
we
now.
live?
Yeah, I'm live.
Oh, we're live. Okay, cool. Yeah. You know,
Oh, we were
she's
live.
okay. Yeah, she's cool. She's cool. She's
It's okay,
recovering.
that's
You
good.
know.
That's good. We're sending her all of that beautiful energy,
Thank you.
healing
Yeah,
energy. But that's what we're doing on this channel. Yeah, so I've lost my voice, as you can hear. I've got absolutely no voice. It was a brilliant turnout.
I saw some
We
of the
got
pics. I
a
saw some
bit
videos
early.
on YouTube as well.
Yeah, it was good. Good turnout. Good turnout. And yeah, we made our no uncertain terms. But we need to carry this on. And I think next week, I think it could be even be bigger. But I'm just discussing what the disgusting comments by Jurgen Klopp and the disgusting comments by Jordan Henderson. I'm just saying to the audience that how Liverpool captain and Liverpool manager, both of them, reversing those gears, and telling their fans not to protest.
Is that when? I've not
Did you not hear
read
that?
this today. I've not seen this today. When did this come out?
Yeah. That's what they're saying today.
What
Come
time
out today.
Today, what time?
Jordan Henderson some statements saying that he doesn't want this afternoon after their game.
Right. So do you think
Jurgen,
like the bosses will have been spoken to?
Let me tell you, Jurgen Klopp's telling the media they need to stop talking about it. We need to move on.
No.
See what's happening. See what's
well,
happening.
You know,
reverse good.
I'm not surprised that some players have been they've been co-opted. Let's be honest, they've been co-opted. This is what the system does. It co-opts people. Yeah, you know. We don't know who's genuine in this struggle. We don't know. I honestly don't know how genuine Gary Neville is. I don't know how genuine any football player is.
Gary Neville is genuine.
Yeah,
Gary Neville is genuine unless he changes it. Because the other night he came out and said, "I've been quiet about these owners," and he said, "I feel complicit." So if he goes back on his word now, he'd be the biggest hypocrite ever.
Yeah, no. I'm not saying that he couldn't be genuine, but I'm saying I don't believe it until I've seen it on a sustained level, not just one outburst. Until I see it week in, week out. Yeah, because look, let's be honest. He works for Sky. He works for Rupert Murdoch. Yeah, so you know, people's hands are always tied. People like me and you, we're free. You know, no one cares what what we do. We don't have multi-million-pound bank accounts, so we're free. We don't have chains. You understand? We've never signed up to chains. Yeah. Right, you know, so we're mentally strong in that sense. But what I'm saying to you is I want the listeners, the viewers, to understand that this is a long struggle, and you have to understand everything at a very base level. Now, I was doing my own research today, and obviously, I mean, did you see the interview with Florentino Perez? Did you see the BBC article he wrote today? Did you see it? He basically said that the contracts are binding. The contracts are binding, which means they can't get out of the contracts. Okay, they can't get out of them. So I don't know why they're saying all this stuff about, you know, oh, we're leaving. They can't leave. Okay, this is what Florentino Perez was saying in his article I read today. Okay, right, and then I read some more articles, and basically it comes down to this: it's the fact that I hear that the driving force behind this whole thing was Ed Woodward. He was the driving force. You know that the £2.8 billion loan, you know, that came from JP Morgan, it came via him. He's the ringleader.
Of course he did.
He's the ringleader.
Of course.
So basically, what the deal meant was that the 12 clubs were going to share 200 to 300 million euros each here, right? But basically, every season. But it was backed against 23 years of broadcasting rights. So they're going to give them the 2.8 billion, but the guarantee or the guarantor is the 23 years of broadcasting rights against it. So basically, what you can call it, and I heard one commentator call it this today, it's the glazification of football. Glazification, as in you bring that American football model as the normal football model, where you load a club onto debt. Now, let's be honest, the reason Real Madrid and Barcelona, these clubs are pushing it is because all these clubs that are heavily in debt, they need this to sort of bail themselves out. They need to get into more debt to grow. That's why they're doing it. Have you noticed like PSG and Chelsea and City that are not indebted to, you know, a bank? they don't really care about this. You know, they're not. They don't have the same energy. They have a different ownership model. You know, Spurs. I think I looked at the figures. Spurs are currently at 595 million in debt because they built a new stadium. We're second with 452 something million. We're in debt. Okay. Chelsea have only got like a 40 million debt, or maybe even less than that. I don't even know if City have any. So this is the thing. This is the big American corporate power at work. Yeah. And so what we need the listeners to understand is the fact that you have to understand the motives why this is happening at the moment. And it's going to take a lot more than just support, like protest. It's going to take something major for it to work, because my worry is that they do something, they play the PR game, they buy a player, you know, they do something, and the fans suddenly go quiet and go, oh yeah, don't worry about it, we got this, we got. Because listen, Nurdin, you know, when you started the green and gold, when you were wearing it and it was in full flow, you remember what happened. People were on it for about a month or so, you know, whatever, and it suddenly sort of died. It just evaporated away, because you said a lot of
it wasn't a month, it was about and a half. It continued for about
6 but remember, you said at the time that the problem was we've got too many of these comfortable supporters who just happy to go with the flow. Yeah, that's what you said.
And Ferguson came out and supported them, didn't he? So it was over then, because everybody worships Alex Ferguson.
Because God had spoken.
Yeah, Jeff. Yes, I remember, because they made him the highest paid manager at that time. Yes, Jeff, I remember you. I remember a lot of you guys that were coming up to me today. Definitely, well done for turning up. Well done for all the Midland, you know, Reds, London Reds. People came from all over. People came from all over. Listen, I don't know if any of you guys know, but when the illegal war in Iraq happened, there was a general in the Iraqi war, in the Iraqi army called Chemical Ali. So Chemical Ali was coming out saying, "Oh, we're in control." That's what Florentino Perez sounds like to me. Florentino Perez sounds like.
He does sound like Chemical Ali.
He's one man in a sinking ship saying, "No, the ship is still going. The ship still going to its destination." It looks like he's on the Titanic, and he's saying
it's because Real Madrid desperately need this deal. They need the Super League to get some money. They're heavily in debt. Remember, you know, these owners they need the money.
Of course, but he's in that sinking ship. Apparently, 8 million to get out of this contract. They all need to pay 8 million. That's what they need to do. I promise you, Fan, in these type of contracts at that level, they're incompetent, but they're not that incompetent to put themselves in a contract where they cannot get out of. Most contracts, there's a clause you can get out of.
No,
so I don't believe.
I'm with you. All the modern contracts are like that. All of them are.
Yeah. Every, you know, you're a music maker. I'm sure when you sign a contract to sell a track.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can
actually we don't have, you know, only the big contracts have a clause in where if it doesn't go the way you want it, you can get out of it. They're very complex contracts. They're not basic contract. I've never seen any music contract that's like that where you can get out. You've got to be a major player to get a contract like that, and it's got to be two massive companies. Or small time guys, we don't have contracts of that detail. So, but it does make sense that no club at that level of money would have a clause where you can get out of it if things go wrong. So it does make sense what you're saying.
Properly to JB Morgan, and JB Morgan have also come out, put out a statement the other day saying that they apologize. They didn't know that this would kick off all this fuss. They understand the fans' frustration and anger. Say for who wants to listen to you guys. I think that's where the money's going to go to. I think it's to the bank, JB Morgan. And maybe a bit of it might go to Perez and the people who said it. But it was Avram Glazer. There was, I think, one of the newspaper journalists sidestepped Avram Glazer. Did you see it on the street apparently? And they said to him, "Are you going to apologize?" And he said, "No." And then I asked him, "Are you going to sell?" And he said, "No comment." You know the one with the ponytail, the one that's got the like the 80s rocker. Yeah. That one. Yeah, I think Avram Grant. Yeah, but. Today we went there, made our voices heard. It was brilliant. Fans bought flares. We made it really colourful. Fans bought different sort of banners. It was brilliant. But next Sunday it's going to have more. I think it's got a bigger impact.
I believe next Sunday, the big one. That's meant to be the big protest.
Yeah, it's going to be hopefully be a big protest as well next Sunday, and so we can really let out. One thing we cannot do, guys, we cannot drop this. And all of you guys, big up Malcolm in here. He made a brilliant suggestion the other night. All of you guys who are in different parts of the world, all over social media, please make sure you put Glazers out enough Glazers out, but pictures on all your social media. That's what you need to do, because obviously you cannot be here. But if you bombard the United Twitter, if you bombard United Instagram, United Facebook with Glazers out, that's what we need to do. And all of the sponsors, that's what you need to do. We need to get out the sponsors, all of the different sponsorships that sponsor Man United, and we have to make it toxic for them. We have to make it toxic to do any business with the Glazers. That's what I need to do. I'm really hoping that the Florida Reds out there in Florida can get to the Glazers and get close enough to them to tell them to get out of this club. I'm hoping that Cockney Reds can go to the offices of the Glazers in London and get at them as well. That's what we're hoping. We have to do this internationally, globally. Everywhere where the Glazers are, we have to put pressure on them, guys. We have to put pressure on them. And that's the only way. This has been an amazing opportunity for us to revive the green and gold. This has been an amazing. Some of you guys might not know there's a club that I go and watch sometimes called FC United. That came out of because of that protest. 16 years ago. That's where that club came out of. Punk football. Club owned
why don't you explain it a bit more? Explain a little bit more to the listeners about FC United, just to explain what happened.
Yeah, so FC United was formed by a group of, I think maybe 5,000 or 6,000 United fans who walked away from United. These were like hardcore United fans, season ticket holders, who walked away from Man United because the way the manager, the way the CEO at that time, which was David Gill, and the way everybody just embraced the Glazers, knowing that they did something that is unheard of. Yeah, literally buying one of the biggest football clubs in the world, one of the most historic football clubs in the country, the birth of football, the country that birthed football, gave the beautiful game to the rest of the world. One of the most iconic clubs in the world. Glazers could come in, leverage all of this debt, 600 million debt onto the club and take over. Yeah. And a lot of them, there was absolute riots outside Old Trafford. They came, the police escorted them out of Old Trafford because the day that they bought the club, that's why they all came. And they had to be police escorted out of Old Trafford. There was running battles outside on the streets. It was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. Yeah. And then at the height of the green and gold was that majority of Old Trafford was covered in green and gold. And then in that famous game, I think Beckham, it was Milan against United, or maybe Madrid against United, and David Beckham picked up the green and gold scarf. That was an iconic moment. There's a beautiful moment. There's a photo there, if you can find it, where David Beckham picks up the green and gold scarf and puts it around his neck.
But don't you? It's going to take all of them, Nuruddin. It's going to take all of them this time, though, isn't it? It's going to take all of them.
Yeah. Of course. Nicky Butt was already out of the club, and he gave an interview the other day, and he said, "This is bullying." He just said, "This is bullying." Nicky Butt, they sacked him to put this new structure in place, and he just said, "This is bullying." So I'm telling you guys, it needs to be sustained. We need to keep the same energy. But like I said before, guys, there's about 60 of you in here. Please like, share, subscribe. This is the headquarters of Glazers Out. This is the headquarters of Glazers Out. I didn't take my phone there today. I didn't do any vlogs. I'm not doing this for the likes and shares, guys. I'm just here. I've been banging on about the Glazers. I've been banging on about the structure for years and years. Anybody would have ever listened to me. I kept saying, Man United are not going to go anywhere soon unless those toxic owners and that board is in charge of that club. So we need to get them out. We cannot be like Liverpool. We cannot be like Liverpool manager. I'd be very shocked if Ole Gunnar Solskjaer comes out and says fans have got to stop. I'd be shocked. I will be absolutely shocked if Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, because a lot of fans there were singing his name today. And so was I. So I'll be shocked if Harry Maguire was to come out and go, "Ooh, you need to stop protesting. You can't tell us what to do, mate." These guys wanted to ruin football. They were this close. And as Irfan there has done a bit more research and giving us a more of an input, he's saying to us that man like Florentino Perez, is going on like, no, this is binding. This contract, nobody's left yet. And that's what they're moving. We don't know what the truth is, but he just sounds like a man on his own. But anyway, there's also on Twitter, Irfan passed forwarded it to me. There's a petition. Those of you who live in the UK, you can petition to Parliament. I think it's on about 23,000. Let's get that to 100,000 quickly. So there's a debate in Parliament. Because if you get to 100,000...
Can you put the link in the comments? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll put the link in the comments. Yeah, I will do that. But that's what we need, guys. We need 100%. We need everybody to be involved in this. Everybody.
Yeah.
If you live in the UK, if I explain that bit to them, if you live in the UK, what you need to do is you need to sign the petition, and if you're a British citizen, and then it will hopefully we'll get 100,000 soon, and then there'll be a debate in Parliament about hopefully bringing in 50+1 rule. And those of you who don't know the 50+1 rule, most teams in Germany are owned by their supporters. Their supporters sit on the board, and their supporters have a bigger say in what happens to their club. Yeah, that's why Bayern Munich and Dortmund didn't join. Yeah. 50% +1. And the owners, whoever owners are commercial, they only have 49%. So the fans have majority control of their clubs. The board, the members, the people who have the season ticket holders, and the members, they control what happens to their club. And without them,
because
they're accountable. The CEOs, the people who make the money and do all the commercial activities for Bayern Munich they're all answerable to those fans. They cannot sign or pass anything without those fans.
Yeah, I mean, look, to be honest with you, the German model of 50+1 is the interesting model because it gives fans 51% of the voting rights. Yeah. So basically, if it does go too far, the money side, I think it can be sort of, reined back in. But the Real Madrid model is interesting because they have what's called socios here, which you all pay, like, I don't know if it's a couple of €100. I don't know how many of them. There's not that many of them, and they're sort of like the fans sort of board, but they don't have as much say in terms of like the way German clubs have more control over their clubs. Because you look at Real Madrid, it's very corporate. It's very sort of, like I said, money led and sort of heavily debted. So we don't want the Real Madrid model. We want the German model, the 50+1. Is what we want. But I do think it's going to take a hell of a lot to give that up, because that goes against the corporate nature of society and football culture. So, when I hear people like Boris Johnson saying, oh, yeah, we need to look into this, I'm going to slap legislation on, I don't believe it. I just believe that most people have just been picking and choosing to go with where the wind is going, for popularity's sake. We live in a world where it's all about popularity. So I don't believe, even with Ollie, people in the comments have been saying Ollie said he's been supported, etc. And I don't believe anybody yet, because I need to see sustained pressure by major people before I believe anything's going to happen, because otherwise we're just going to get stuck, and like everything, after some time we're just going to forget about it, because they're going to say they buy Sancho, they'll do something to try and keep.
I don't care. F, and I said it already as well. Please do not get distracted. If they buy Sancho, Haaland, whatever, we don't need we don't need Haaland. We need a CDM. We need a centre half. But even if they buy best 11 players, these vultures wanted to ruin football. Ruin football for all of us. There's Timothy Love. The elite will always win. They own banks, police, private armies. That's a fair point. But sometimes people fight back, and sometimes they have to back down. And I'm hoping this time the Glazers will have to sell this club. That they get so sick of the protests, they get so sick of the civil disobedience that they'll have to sell. Like I said, guys, there's 60 of you in here, so more people see this video. Like I said, we've been banging on about the owners, the structure of our club. For anybody who was willing to listen to me and to others out there as well, it wasn't just me. A lot of you as well understood that the structure and the owners and the Glazers were all ruining our club, and we're never going to be free. Like I said, honestly, if you said to me tomorrow, Man United will get relegated to the Championship and we get rid of the Glazers, I'll bite your hand off. I will bite your hand off. We've gone down before. We went down to the equivalent to the Championship.
Do you think the fans will agree with that, Nuruddin? Do you think the fans will accept that?
I
Do you think the fans will accept going down?
I genuinely think majority of the fans will accept that. I think they will, because there's no shame in going down.
Let's
You
see
can come
the
back up,
comments,
because that's football. That's football. Yeah. Hey guys, would you be willing to go down to the championship if that means we can get rid of the Glazers? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Type,
Yeah, put it in the
guys.
comments. Put your thoughts in the comments. Yeah. Yeah.
Put it in the comments, guys. I want to really know. Would you be? I know that's a silly hypothetical, but that's how strongly I feel about getting rid of these guys.
Yeah. So a couple of people saying yes. I mean, I don't know what I would feel about that. I don't know whether I would want him, but obviously, you know, you have to, because if they'd get out, if they'd leave, we'd have to take it.
Anwar, when did he say this? Can you please let us know in the comments, when did Ollie say this? I think this might have been a comment that he said, look, quite a while back.
A while ago, yeah.
A while back. I don't think
what Urwa said is old. I think what Urwa said is an old one. A brother hit Lloyd's asking about, do you think the Glazers will spend big, or, you know, just to quieten things down, sell or spend big? You don't see them selling, do you, Nuruddin? And spending big, they might spend big, like I said, to calm things down, you know.
You see, look.
Oh, we got a lot of fake accounts in here. Look.
Yeah, we got some fake. Look, this is it. Yes.
Yeah. People are saying yes.
Alien Tunnel saying he's seen United get relegated. So did Irfan. Yeah. Yes, there we go. Look, yes. No, Conor McCarran hasn't got. He's a bit of a clown anyway, man. He hasn't got any money. He hasn't got 4 billion. He hasn't got. I don't know if he knows anybody that's got 4 billion that would help him buy the club. Look at this. Yes. Honestly, like I said, you've not let me down. Give yourself a round of applause. There's not anybody that's saying no, because you know the truth. You know these are parasite leeches, vultures who are just milking our club. We will be back, guys. Look, everybody's understanding this. Yes. I've not seen one that says no.
Yeah.
I think if we make it unbearable for them, I think they will sell.
So
I think if we make
let me ask you a question then. Are all the other fan channels, do you think they're going to be get behind it as well?
Yeah, well, majority of them are, as far as I can see.
Yeah.
Majority of them are. I don't think, I genuinely think United fans, one thing we always, all of us agree on is the Glazers out. That's the biggest United that unites us. Honestly, the fan channels, the Twitter channel. I've not seen one channel. I've not seen one Twitter, one Twitter page. I've not seen an Instagram page that's any way entertaining anything other than Glazers out. I'm not seeing one. I'm not seeing one. Yeah.
That statement by Ole is an old one. It's from a few months ago, or maybe when he first got into power. I don't think it's a recent statement where he's got, he fully backs the owners,
Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah. It's an old one. Yeah, you see, this is why I know this is the headquarters of the Glazers out. This is the headquarters. This channel is part of the headquarters of the Glazers out. Honestly, there's not one of them are saying no. You see, because we can come back. Because as fans, we understand relegation and promotion. Man United can come back from this. Therefore, I'm going to ask you the question: what did you think about that letter that the Red Knights sent to the Glazers?
I thought
it was a very interesting letter. Did you see the letter?
No, I didn't see it. Go on. What was the letter saying?
So they basically said that you need to sell, let the fans have control, let the fans into the boardroom, and sell your shares at a reasonable price at 40%, and sell the shares that have power, because certain shares the Glazers have, they're the ones that are powerful. So the shares that they sell have no.
The most important shares in Man United are owned by the Glazer family, because they've got shares that have got 10 times the voting rights of the ordinary shares of the non-family. So basically, they're like a mafia style. They run it like they've got more power. Their votes have more power than anybody else's, and they're not prepared to let go of those voting rights. They're not prepared to. So I am surprised that the Red Knights have written this letter, because I just don't see the Glazers just saying, okay, yeah, go on, you can have these voting rights. I can't see it. Vulture capitalists don't give up like that. Vulture capitalists don't just say, yeah, you can walk in, take it around. Vulture capitalists are driven by money and greed. They're not going to give up very easily, you know. They're just not. Just what I'm saying. I want the people to understand that it's going to take something very major for these guys to leave. It's going to take something very, very major. I mean, I think if all the fans of all the other clubs get together as well about the owners, then I think we've got the chance. Because if it goes to a governmental level, I could see it. I could see a possibility then. But at the moment, I am quite, I'm a bit negative about it still, because I know that time makes people sort of forget. So like, we got to get everyone to see if they can do this for many months.
Yo, big up to each and one of you who are here, part of the resistance, man, part of the campaign to get the Glazers out. Big up to every one of you. Big up to every one of you that we met in the protest today. Big up to every one of you that is out there on social media and keeps posting enough is enough, Glazers out. Please always stick to the message. Enough is enough, Glazers out. Always keep posting every day, guys. That's what we need to do. We need to get that trending, because I'm telling you, 16 years ago, social media wasn't the way it is now. And we cannot be placated. We cannot be manipulated ever again by buying players or whatever. No. We support Ollie. We support the players. But the Glazers need to go. Like always, the late great Arsenal fan says, he always say, it's time to go, Claude. You know what? Rest in peace
lovely
to Claude.
Yeah.
Time to go. It's time to go. Like Claude would always say. You know, late great Claude would always say.
He's a lovely guy. He's my favorite AFTV guy. He was my favorite guy. He was lovely guy. Yeah,
he was brilliant. He was so passionate about his football team. Honestly, if he was alive now, he would be turning.
He was very honest. He was very, very honest. We need fans that are honest like him. That's what I liked about him. He was very, very honest. He really was. Yeah.
So Glazers out. Let's move in now, Irfan, to the... I mean, I'm not even being bothered, honestly, guys. I've not even been bothered about watching football since the shock dropped on us last Sunday. But tomorrow we're going to be playing against Leeds United. Leeds United, I personally think there is a bit more need with Leeds than there is with Liverpool, even with Man City. I think with Liverpool, with Leeds, it's a genuine hatred. I really think it's a genuine hatred.
Yeah,
they hate us, we hate them. And this goes back to the 60s when they had that team that was full of hard men that would break your legs. You know what I mean? Leg breakers. They had those.
Yeah, leg breakers,
yeah, the dirty tacklers. I think that's how far it goes. But obviously, Cantona was one of the biggest story ever.
Do you think the Leeds still hate us for the fact that we took their crown during the crown? Do you think they still despise us because we took their crown? Yeah.
I think the rivalry is steep because of Lancashire, Yorkshire. It's steep because, with the way we were battling in the 60s with them.
Yeah.
And the 70s, they had a decent team. But their fans hate us and we hate them. So, I mean, what do you think? Obviously, the earlier game was...
I don't hate this team. I don't hate this team. I don't hate Bielsa. No. I quite like him. I've got a soft spot.
Bielsa's one of my favourite managers who were football. Yeah. I love Bielsa. Anybody who knows me, whoever talked with me, knows how much I rate Bielsa. And my big fantasy is one day, my big dreams that Bielsa will manage Man United, because he's just a brilliant manager. Brilliant manager.
I mean, they're a brilliant team, aren't they? Leeds. You got to give it to them,
Yeah, of course.
The way they play football.
Ooh, we've got to know here. Lloyd Taylor says he'd rather not go down. Whoa, we've got one
right,
no.
You see? We got one no.
Lloyd Taylor, can you tell us why not? Tell us why not. So anyway, the name Dirty Leeds comes in it. When we go up, when we sing the song, we always say, we all hate Leeds. We all hate Leeds. That's what we sing. We all hate Leeds. We all hate Leeds scum. I think that's what it is. We all hate Leeds scum. And they do all of these different things. Rio Ferdinand, Cantona. It's going to be a very, very, very interesting. Very interesting game.
So
obviously we came out. We came out the blocks. Obviously, we came out the blocks in that game. We got, I think, 2 or 3 goals in the first 3 chances we had.
Yeah,
you know,
we did. Yeah,
I think.
yeah.
I think tomorrow will be a different game. Obviously, all
I do
the
think
games
United,
played under this cloud, massive cloud. I think it'll be a tough game tomorrow, even though they don't have their fans in the stadium. But what do you reckon about tomorrow, Irfan?
I think it's going to be. I do. I mean, to be honest with you, I try to watch every game of theirs. It's one of the few other teams that I just try to watch their games because I just love the way they play football. Yeah, people say things about they can be very naive. In the first game, it was perfect for us. It was like what I called the was it the Sociedad way where they push up to us. And it's perfect for the way we play. So that's what Bielsa did. He made it so easy for us, because he played to our strength. Now I don't think he's going to do that in this game. I don't think he's going to do that. But having said that, that's the way they play. They play the high line. They push up as well. They like to play that way. So I do think it's going to be different because obviously there's a humiliation. He wants to sort of redeem and sort of change and give the fans some pride because this is the one game they don't want to lose. But I do think that if we sort of allow them to play, it'll be it could be a very difficult game for us because they run all day long. Every one of the players is comfortable on the ball. They're very, very creative. Rafinha, Bamford did 2 brilliant plays, but then you've got the midfield. I forget the guy with the dreads, the top player, the guy in the middle. Phillips, brilliant. But even the defenders are very good. There's just so many of them. Every one of them is very comfortable on the ball. Every single one of them. But I will say, they're just missing a little bit of quality there. They're just missing in the subs bench or something like that. They're just missing a little bit. And some of it is sort of inexperience at this level because next year they'll be a much, much better team. They will be next year. But it depends if they can keep hold of their players. But this is United for us is going to be a very tough game. I don't see it as being an easy game at all. I wouldn't be surprised if we lose or even draw tomorrow. I wouldn't be surprised, because they're going to come for us big time.
Yeah, I think it'd be I think they're going to change.
Yeah. I don't think they're going to go change this time. I think they're going to hold back a little bit. Yeah.
I think they will change. They adapted their game against Man City. They didn't have as much as possession as they usually do. I think tomorrow they will definitely adapt. I think Bamford, I think Rafinha, I think he might still be injured.
Yeah.
Bamford
Someone's saying
been very good for them, and I like the way he spoke the other.
And then
he could be out
he's also
tomorrow.
saying
So
Rodrigo's out as well.
Yeah. But I'll tell you who's out as well from Man United. Looking at Man United team, I think Rashford is definitely out. I don't think Rashford trained. I'll be shocked if Rashford plays. But everybody else is fit. Baye is fit again and joined the squad. It'd be a very Dallas is their best player. To be one of the best players of the season. Dallas. He scores fantastic goals. He is a fantastic player. Apparently, he's played in the 3rd division, 2nd division, Championship, and now he's playing in the Premier League. That's the dreams. That's what football, and that's what these Glazers and the Liverpool owners, the Chelsea owners, the Arsenal owners, Tottenham, Man City. That's what they try to ruin. Somebody like him. That's what they try to ruin. So, it'd be very, very interesting. Very, very interesting.
I mean, just on pure entertainment value, Nuruddin, they are. Even as a neutral, you can watch them all day long. I just love watching them the way they play. It's beautiful flowing football. Bielsa's done amazing job with the team. It's an amazing job with them. They're one of the most attractive teams to watch. I just think like even with like Bamford, like he scores some great goals, but he also misses chances as well. So he's not quite a real deal, but he's still a very, very good player. It's going to be interesting because I do think they're going to go for it 110% tomorrow. I think they're going to give the extra 10%. And Bielsa's team, they run all day long. They just run and run. These guys, you've seen the way they do, and they run for 90 minutes. They don't give up. I mean, the fitness level is incredible of that team. When I watch them play, I'm shocked at how fit they are,
Yeah, definitely. Leeds, I think Leeds will attack. Their defense, I think, is he back? Their centre half, I think he might be back, or he might be banned for tomorrow.
Oh, you mean the one who got the red card? The one who got sent off? Yeah, he got sent off a couple of games ago. Yeah,
I think.
But that's a 3-game ban, isn't it? Yeah.
3-match ban. Yeah. What game did he get? What game? The City. Yeah, he got sent off against City.
City. And they still won. Yeah, they still won in the second. They won in the second half. Yeah. Leeds were down
Yeah,
to 10 men in the second half, and they still scored a winner. Yeah.
Brilliant from them.
Yes, it's Liam Cooper.
Yeah,
Liam Cooper's. Yeah, he's out. Yeah, Cooper. He was. I think he was their captain. I think he's the one. Cooper was their captain.
Yeah, he's their captain. Yeah, he's their captain.
Yeah. So he's still out.
But that guy played really well the second half. I think. Look, something Torres. He played fantastic against Liverpool.
Yeah,
Torres.
I didn't know him. I didn't know him, but yeah, he was a guy I'd not seen play before.
He's the one that scored the equaliser against Liverpool. Torres. Yeah, I think Rashford will play. Ollie said oh my gosh, please, Ollie, just rest him. Just rest him for the semi-final. What's wrong with you? Yeah, he's still out, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand that, Kansania. I understand that. But I think tomorrow they're going to alter they're not going to play as open as they did at Old Trafford. Yeah. And I don't think we're going to be scoring the three goals in the first four shots that we had.
This brother can use that. I don't think that's. We're not going to be open like that. I don't think we're going to easy game tomorrow.
I think against Man City, Bielsa altered his tactics against Man City. They had 30% possession, and they won with 10 men. They scored 2 goals. Henderson definitely is going to make saves tomorrow, 100%. If most likely will be Henderson in goal, he'll be making saves tomorrow. Yeah, guys, my voice is gone, as you can hear. I need to rest it. I need to go and drink some ginger, some lemon and honey. So I'm going to wrap this up here, guys.
Wait. Let's make a score predictions. Wait, Nuruddin, score predictions before we go.
It's a massive derby here, fan. You know what? You know what? I'm going to watch the game because it's United tomorrow, so I can do my reaction to it. But I feel sick here, fan. I feel sick. Yeah. I think it'll be a draw tomorrow.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a score draw.
I'm going to go for a 1-1 or a 2-2. Yeah. I'm going to go for a 1-1 or a 2-2.
I think it might be, but a lot of them are confident. A lot of them seem to be more confident in here.
All the fans seem to be confident we're going to win, you know?
Yeah. But, yeah, we'll see. I think it might be a score draw. Yeah, it'd be a very interesting. But just to recap, guys, I've lost my voice because I was there chanting with thousands of United fans outside Old Trafford today, which was an incredible occasion of unity. All United fans uniting, all up and down the country people travel from. And they all got there to protest against the Glazers. And then when I come home this evening, I'm hearing that Jurgen Klopp and Jordan Henderson are telling the Liverpool fans not to protest against their owners, which I think is disgusting and is disgraceful.
Crazy.
These owners try to ruin football as we know it. They've literally trampled on the heritage of Manchester United. The reason why Man United is the reason why all of you support Man United is because Man United, the history of the Busby Babes, the history of Sir Matt Busby, he was one of the first pioneers of the European Cup. We wanted to get British clubs or English teams into the Champions League. And they absolutely spat on all of that history and heritage. We cannot let this go, guys. So please, share far as wide. Glazers out. Protest will be happening. And the home game next Sunday at Old Trafford against Liverpool. If you're going to come down, get there early. Get there early. That's all I'm saying. Get down here early. Get down here a couple of hours before kickoff. Because we need to make our voices count. We need to be heard. There'll be lots of media there. Because that's the first time 2 clubs who have been involved in this greedy, cowardly takeover of football as we know it will be playing each other. So please, all of you, those of you who live in the UK, sign that petition that I shared in the comments. Make sure all your...
Share it again. Yeah.
Make sure all your... No, it's on my Twitter as well. A lot of them follow me on Twitter. You can see that government petition to petition the government to have a debate in Parliament about the governance of football and the importance of maybe getting the fans to have more power within all these clubs.
Yeah.
But anyway, guys, you've all been amazing. Thank you all so much for tuning in. We keep it 100 in this channel. Like we said, this is the headquarters of getting the Glazers out. This is where it is. I will never stop talking about it, guys. Honestly, if you subscribe to me and you don't want to hear about Glazers being talked about, I'm never going to stop talking about the structure of Man United and how we're so far behind because we've got clowns, banksters in control of it. I keep telling you guys, we got rid of one of the Bristol University graduates, accountant. That's Ed Woodward. They've still got 2 more guys, Matt Judge, Richard Arnold. Both of them are graduates of Bristol University. Bankers, we need to get them out. We need to get the Glazers out. That's what we need to do. We need to get our club back, guys. Peace, love, light, Irfan. Thank you so much for joining me here, even though in a late one. And yeah, guys, if you're not subscribed already, please subscribe to the channel.
Big shout out to all the listeners. Big shout out to all the people.
Big shout out to every one of you guys. Big up to every one of you guys. And let's carry on this campaign. We cannot let it up. This is a great opportunity to put some real sustained pressure on the Glazers.
Yeah. So hopefully we'll see you guys tomorrow for the rundown after the game. Yeah.
Yes. I'm not even too much bothered about that. I was cheering for every team that played against a team of the Cowardly Six, as I call them. That's what they are.
Yeah.
Peace.
Cool.